Hello students, good evening to all of you. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about the topic that is object around us. Object around us. So this is a very simple topic. So actually why I am teaching this topic, this is very simple. The reason is that I want to I want to overcome of my nervousness. I want to get rid of the fear that is inside with me so that I can able to make or express myself clearly. Okay. The main thing is the communication. I should express my feelings to you in a most appropriate way. Okay. So let's start the class. So object around us. So in our surrounding we can see different type of objects like the stuff that I am holding right now. You can see the green board in which I am writing now, the wall, the mobile phone, the camera, everything is these are the objects. So if we look in our surrounding, we can find different type of objects. So we can see that some objects are made up of different different materials. Materials. For example, what are the objects? Chalk, which is made up of calcium carbonate. Then this board, made up of wood. Then my shirt, which I am wearing right now, made up of threads, cloths. Okay, these are the objects. The door, made up of wood. Then pen, made up of plastic. Then book, made up of paper. Then mirror, made up of glass. So these are the different materials. So we can use one material to make different type of objects, and we can make different objects from a single material. How it can be possible? Suppose we can make table. We can make table from or by using wood, then plastic, then steel. Okay, right now you must have seen the table which is made of steel. So wood, plastic, steel can be used to make table, and we can also use, suppose take one metal, that is wood. Wood can be used to make wood can be used to make different objects, different objects, different objects, such as table. Okay, we can make table from wood. Chair, we can make chair from wood. Bed, okay, bed also can be made from wood. Door, etc. These are the different substance. So what we conclude from this? We can conclude that one material, one material, one single material can be used to make different objects. Different objects. Okay. Just wait. I have to erase it. Okay, continue. So our next heading is properties of material. Properties of material. What are the properties of material? Like first one is appearance. Appearance. We can see different objects in our surroundings. Objects are are different in size, shape, color, different in shape, size, color. So we can say that this is the appearance of the object. Then second one is hardness. Hardness. What is hardness? We can compress some objects easily, such as sponge. Okay, but while some objects can't be compressed easily, such as wood and book, glass. So we can say there are two types of substance. There are two types of substance, and what are they? They are hard substance, which are hard in nature, and soft. Some are soft substance, which are soft in nature. I can write whole one, not the short one. Okay? So what? Let's give me some time. So student, my dear student, one more thing I forgot to tell you, that is from the properties of appearance. Objects look different from each other. Different from each other. Some objects. You should try some objects look different from each other. For example, wood looks different from iron. Would look different from iron. Iron looks different from aluminium. And aluminium looks different from copper. So wood is different from aluminium and copper and iron. But if we compare between iron and aluminium and copper, these are same in their properties. So we can say iron, aluminum, and copper. And copper are same in their properties. Because all these are metals. Are this is the acid. These are metals. And what are the other properties of metals? Metals have luster nature. Luster means shine. They can shine. Luster nature. They can shine. They are shining. They have shining properties. Okay. They produce sound also. They are sonorous. When we hit any metal with a hammer, then it produces sound. You can say metal are sonorous. They shine in the sunlight. We can say metals are luster. Metals have luster properties. So these are the properties. But in some sense, we can say that the iron, aluminum, copper, and others are different. But if we compare all these three metals, they are similar in some properties. Okay, so this is the properties of metal from the appearance. Okay, appearance perspective. Just wait, have to erase the book. So, hello students. So, our next property is solubility. This is, I think, the third property, solubility. What is solubility? So you must have observed in our life, in our daily life, that whenever we drop something in the water, whenever we drop something in the water, any substance, there may be three cases. There are three cases. One, let's write it. When we put something in water, what will happen? First one is whether the substance will float. If the substance is light, then the substance will float in the water. Second case, if the substance is one float, when the substance is light, is not heavy, is light in weight, then it will float in the water. But when the substance is very heavy, then it will sink in the water, at the bottom of the water. When it will sink, when the substance which we are putting in the water is heavy in weight. Heavy means heavy. Then the last case, that is 3. The third case is it will disappear in the water. It will disappear, and we are going to study about this property of water. Disappear, or you can say mixed with water. What is the formula of water? H2O. Or you can say dissolved in water. Dissolved in water. When it will happen? When the substance is soluble in nature. When the substance is soluble in water. Okay. So there are some substances which can completely dissolve in water. Completely mixes with water are called soluble substance. Soluble substances. Soluble substances. Okay. And when the substance is, but there are some cases, not all the substances are soluble in water. They are not mixed with water. Which substance soluble in water? For example, we can take the example here is like salt. When we put salt in water, it will one is put the salt and then stir the salt with any rod, and the salt will disappear in the water. It mixes with the water completely so that it is not visible. Okay. Then sugar. Sugar is also completely dissolved in the water. That's why we are not able to we are not able to see the sugar. So these are the soluble substance, sugar. But suppose when I put some uh, put soil or put some pebbles in the water, it will not soluble in water. That type of substance is called as insoluble substances. Just wait, I have to erase the board. Just to. So next case is while there are some substances, there are some substances which are not which are not or which are not dissolved in water. Dissolved in water completely. Even after we stir it for a long time. Even after stirring it for this is the tea, okay. Stirring it for long time. Are called insoluble substances. Insoluble substances. Insoluble substances. What are the insoluble substances? For example, chalk dust or chalk powder. Can we dissolve the chalk powder in a glass of water completely? No, it's not possible. Soil. Can we dissolve the soil in water completely? No. Whenever we put some soil in the water and after stirring it for some time, it will change the color of the water. Transparency will be disappear. But after some time, there are some substance settles at the bottom. Okay, so you can say that soil is not soluble in water. It will not disappear after we stirring it, even after long time. So these are the pebbles, sands. These are the examples. Okay, these are insoluble in water. There are some other substances like well. You must have seen well putting in the water, and you can see the one layer. One layer is formed in the upper surface of the water. So we can say that oil is also not soluble in water. Whenever we put oil in the water, there will be formed a layer. form a layer on the upper surface of the water, on the surface of water, surface of water. Okay, because while it not soluble in water, so all the liquids are not soluble in water. Suppose we add vinegar. So vinegar is soluble in water. Soluble in water. Okay. And so gases. What about the gases? Do you know that gases are soluble in water or not? Soluble in water or not? Or not? So some gases are soluble while some other gases are not soluble in water. For example, oxygen O2 gas. Oxygen gas, it is soluble in water. How can you say that water is soluble? Sorry, oxygen gas is soluble in water? Because this gas, oxygen gas or O2 gas, is found in dissolved state. Dissolved state in water, which helps the aquatic animals, aquatic plants, okay, the plants and animals which are living in water. Just because of dissolved oxygen, they can survive in the water. Just wait, have to read this. So we are discussing about the oxygen gas. Okay, oxygen gas is found in the dissolving state in water. So O2 gas helps aquatic animals and plants survival as O2 gas is found in dissolved state in water. Okay, so our last this is I think the fourth property of matters or metal properties of substance, that is transparency. Transparency means what? Whether we can see from a wooden block or not. Suppose I am just shooting this video in this room. So this room have walls. So from this wall, the light cannot penetrate through this wall. Light cannot pass through this wall. So or I cannot see anything from this wall. I can see the walls have no transparency. Suppose if I have a glass window, so I can see from the window whatever is in the outside. So we can say the glass window is transparent. So when the light can pass through any object, you can say the object is transparent. If the light is unable to pass through the object, you can say the object is opaque. What are the transparent objects? Like the glass and water. Okay, these are the transparent objects. And what are the opaque objects through which light cannot pass or we cannot see them? So wooden block or wood. Then the wall, this wall made up of bricks. These are the opaque objects. Okay, we cannot see through this wall. So these are the opaque objects. And there are some objects through which light can be passed but not clearly. We can see them through them, but not clearly. These are called translucent objects. So first one is the substances or the material. The substances through which we can see. We can see or light can be passed through them. Pass through them completely. Not completely, this is not a suitable. Clearly. Alright, clearly. They are called transparent objects. Transparent objects. Transparent objects. What are the examples here? You can just write here the examples here. Transparent objects, glass. We can see through the glass. Then water. Okay. These are the transparent. Then there are some substances through which light cannot pass. Light cannot pass through them. Are called opaque objects. Opaque objects. Or we cannot see through them clearly. Okay. Then last but not the least is translucent objects. Translucent objects through which light can be passed. Light can be passed, but not clearly. But not clearly. Not clearly. Example, you can say paper. Okay. These are the examples of the transparent object, like the transparent object, opaque object, and the translucent object. Okay, this is all for today, student. Have a good day. Bye bye.